In today's video, I will talk about a call that I recently have with a client. This client is interested to get a second passport and get a second passport in Latin America. What was the preference in country? We talk about Paraguay, we talk about Uruguay, and we talk about Panama. But in the end of this video, I will tell you what country I recommend. Probably the needs of him are the same as you have at the moment. These clients have a residency in Saudi Arabia. He has passport holder. He's Egyptian. What is the final goal? Okay, the final goal to him is to obtain a second passport in Latin America. He don't want to invest, so probably it's not a good fit for him. Invest, for example, in Turkey Citizenship by Investment program, where you invest 400k and in real estate and you can acquire the passport. He don't want to make a donation to get the Caribbean Citizenship by Investment program. That's something for you to keep in mind, that increase the value, and now minimum value for donation is more than $230,000 and $100,000 more for real estate projects. Each Caribbean country have a different amount, but in general it's the new amounts that you need to keep in mind. I already talked about this in previous videos, that if you want to get the Caribbean by Investment program, 1 month ago was the moment to get it. Now it's a little bit more, I mean it's more expensive, 30% more expensive than before. So not Caribbean countries for this particular case. Why Paraguay is not a good option? I recommend Paraguay mostly for tax residencies, because Paraguay have a territorial tax system that can work very well for packet residency and for tax residency. But for to get the passport, you will need to get a permanent residency and keep this permanent residency for 2 years and live in the country. So physical presence is going to be required. So he's good in Saudi Arabia, so he don't want to spend a lot of time in Paraguay. The same happened with Uruguay. Uruguay have a program that you need to live in the country 5 years. If you are married, 3 years to get the passport, but also requires physical presence. For apply for naturalization, not for the residency. Uruguay is a good option in case that you want second residency and you don't want to spend a lot of time there. Uruguay can be a good option. And then we talk about Panama. Panama have a lot of benefits, very tax-friendly country. You can get a tax residency there also without the need of living there. It's similar to Paraguay, but you need to prove that you have ties in Panama, and for sure, in case that you are trying to optimize your taxes, you need to lose your tax residency for your home country. Let's say that you have a tax residency in UK, you cannot live 8 months in UK and get a house in Panama and have tax residency in Panama, because UK is going to say, no, come here, you are tax resident from UK. But what happened according to passport in Panama? Well, Panama, you need to maintain residency for 5 years, but it's very challenging to get a passport in Panama. I not recommend at all choose Panama in case that you are looking for a second passport in midterm. I recommend Panama to get a residency, to open a company abroad. Also in Panama, you can open a company, get a bank account without the need to travel there with a POA. Easy Panama, but not for passport. Then I recommend, okay, what are the best countries where you can obtain in Latin America a second passport and with the minimum time possible? There are 2 countries, Argentina and Peru. Both requires 2 years of residency to get the passport, but in this case, they don't want to spend the half of the year in Latin America. What are the solution that I offer to these clients? It's not in Latin America, it's not in the Caribbean countries. Also, there are another option, is Canada other option. The problem with Canada is if you get a residency there, you will pay global income tax and they exchange the information with US, but you can get the Canadian passport living there for 3 years. So Canada can be a good option, but he doesn't want to spend time in this second country. So what are the answer? In my point of view, one of the best options is Portugal in Europe. Yes, Portugal. Why Portugal? because in Portugal you're going to be eligible for the passport in 5 years, but Portugal requires you to spend 1 to 2 weeks per year in order to maintain your residency and to apply for the passport. The process can be a little bit longer, can take 1 year, 1 year and a half, but you will have the Portuguese passport. You only need to prove passive or active income from abroad. Also, you have a golden visa, not available anymore real estate, but is still a golden visa. So Portugal, in my point of view, is one of the best options in case that you want to get a second passport, you don't want to make investments, and you are not committed to live physically in the country. Portugal is the answer. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to our channel so we keep in contact. You can schedule a call with me if you want to go deeply in your case. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.